Careless series is no more. Yeah. Okay, I know how this sounds. I know I don't want to continue doing this. Let me explain. I consider myself a storyteller. I mean, I'm kinda good at animating, I'm kinda good at writing, I'm good at memes, but always my main point was to serve some kind of story to people just like many other artists. And as a storyteller, I want to serve you a good story, a good plot, a good message that you will enjoy. Now, Careless series did not have a good plot, let's be honest. I mean, I've planned the entire scenario when I was 16. I I remember I've seen some plot holes back then, and 16-year-old Chia say, okay, I'll definitely think it through later. Now, almost 20-year-old Chia shouts, no, you did not. It's been 3 years and I've evolved a lot since then. I learned how to do good scenarios, I learned how to make good character developments, I learned how to create powerful and emotional scenes, how to tell an entire story using no language, just proper camera shots. I've learned that sometimes you need to go back to some dialogue over and over again, editing the hell out of it. And while that works with books and novels, but not really with animation. At the very least, you can just remove some scenes that you think will be too much. And, well, Careless is just like that one scene that you try to edit so many times. I've talked a lot about how silly and illogical plot makes me cry at nights because of realizing that in order to make the scenario work, I have to edit all the episodes, what is unreachable. And you know, until I've started writing Fear Fantasy, I was kinda okay with it. I've accepted my fate as a bad storyteller, and I was continuing to make Careless because of its message. The only thing that was important for me in the entire timeline. But then I've started writing for fantasy, and oh boy, what a surprise what it was to discover that I've improved the storyline, the character arcs, the dialogues. Everything was so much better, and I couldn't believe it was me who created this plot. Me who was working her 3rd year on an Undertale series with foolish storyline and stupid magic mechanisms. I was so sure my writing skills were bad. I was so depressed because of that. And now, realizing that I'm so much more than it was breathtaking. And do not get me wrong, I needed Careless, so while I was making it, I could improve my animating skills and get certain with my final style that I was going to use in my next projects. 2 years ago, I've planned all my time until year 2022. I was sure I was going to use all my spare time just to animate Undertale series, because back then I was confident that this AT was worth all that effort because of the message that I've put into it. Also, I wanted to gather some audience on YouTube, so starting new original projects from the zero would be easier than if I had no one. But the years were spent, 2 full episodes were animated, and some feedback was gained. You could notice how in that last news video I mentioned how scared and unmotivated it was to animate next episode. I still feel bad for not starting to animate Careless episode 3. It will be a long ride and I'm simply scared of it. I feel like we're all gonna hate it. That was because deeply inside I've started to realize how much work I still have to do, and what's the worst, all that effort on a piece of work that I won't be proud of because of its terrible story. I'm killing myself over a story that I hate. I hate myself because of creating this story. But still, there was a message, a whole message that was so important to me and that I had to tell no matter what. But, you know, I've decided that someday, somewhere, I'm going to put that message into one of my next stories. One of the stories that I'll actually be proud of. The story that all of you will enjoy and cry over. I want to spend those next 2.5 years on something more than just an Undertale universe that makes people careless. Still, I'm amazed of people as Camila Cuevas or JK or Zero Animates or many other animators who don't give up, and even though they have to work with plots they've created years ago, they are still not giving up. I'm absolutely amazed of what Glitchtale and Underverse have become. I love those new arcs and new scene meanings that were added into the series right now by today's Camila and Jackie. In those little details you can see how much they grow at storytelling, and I'm staying tuned to see those animated series. So, what am I going to do next if not Careless? Well, to be honest, I have no idea. I mean, I had a plan what to do all my spare time for 4 years, and now when I suddenly cancel all of that, telling you all of this on 5 a.m., I have no idea. I'm definitely going to make meme videos because we all like those and I'm a nice meme lord. But also, I finally have time for all those animations that I refuse to do because of Careless. And yeah, gotta make my people proud. Also, get ready because the next video I'm going to publish is literally Careless episode 3 by its raw version. Some scenes will be sketchy, some of them will literally be just text. I'll do that because I've made you wait so long for an entire year. All of you had so much hype for the trailer that I published because of new style, and everything was so hyped out. And if I won't publish at the very least what have I done until now, it would be unfair to you. I won't say stuff like, I wish instead of making Careless I could do something better to do. No, making Careless for these 3 years was a really nice and good experience. I've enjoyed making it. I've learned a lot about animation techniques, and without it I wouldn't be who I am now. I just want to move on, and that's it. And I really hope that you will move on with me with some memes and and some other stories I want to tell you. I'm really thankful to all of you who have been supporting me all these years, who have been waiting for next episodes no matter what, even if they were going out only once a year. I know how much the time is, and yeah, as I said, I'll do anything I can to make people proud. That's it. Thanks for coming to this video, to listening those 9 minutes. Thanks for everything. I hope you are still staying determined.